Hi everyone, today I'm joined with Shafiq Sharifi. He is an AI consultant and property developer. Shaf, welcome. Thank you for joining. How are you
Thank,
today?
thank you for having me, Pippa. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
Living a dream and excited to be here with you, obviously.
Great. Thank you. Me too.
So you've had quite a journey to even be on this podcast. When we met a while back, you were
Yeah.
working on your anxiety.
Yes.
So tell me about that. When did it start, and how has it manifested for you in the past?
So I guess the first type of experience I had with anxiety is probably when I was really young, 7 or 8 years old, or probably around that time. Had my father who was admitted in hospital, and at that time it was probably a lot of confusion, not understanding. I was scared, so I think that's probably my first real experience with the anxiety. And then, unfortunately, it's just sort of progressed as I've grown older because I was in and out of hospital with my father. He had a lot of health issues, and it's manifested in different types of ways, I guess, physically, mentally, and I'm glad to say it's slowly I'm overcoming it. I'm not 100% there yet. I mean, sometimes I still get the random bouts of anxiety, which just comes in from nowhere. I have no clue what triggers it. But very less frequent than I used to experience.
And how old were you when you first had that experience
Which one?
with your with your dad going to hospital and that obviously that anxiety that crept in there?
I think it was probably the first time would still be 7 years old because that's the first time he was admitted in hospital.
Right. So
But actually, he got diagnosed early. Yeah, so I think he was still 7 years old because he got diagnosed then, and then he was admitted in hospital. So he was admitted with a form of leukemia,
yeah.
and then after that we had to go back for the chemotherapies, etc. So I kept on coming in and out of hospital for a good yes, about a year, I believe. But bear in mind, I was in school. My mother at that time barely knew any English. Well, she knew, but not too much. And I was literally finishing school, catching a bus, and going to hospital. That was my time.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But I moved to London when I was about 2.5.
Okay. But your mum
So I'm
still was
first
struggling with her
generation.
English. Yeah.
She was struggling. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
struggling.
So you had a lot to contend with really because you were kind of acting as a translator for your mum.
Yes.
You're being a 7-year-old child, and that's full of all kind of emotions going on right there anyway.
Yeah, I'm
And
an
then you
only
had
child
this,
as well.
yeah. So it's a lot of responsibility. So it's kind of not surprising that this anxiety would form. And in your
Correct.
first sort of 7 years is the time when these kind of things often lay the foundations.
Hmm.
Because until about 7, 8, your brain is a sponge. It just takes in everything. And of
Yeah.
course, you're taking in stress, you're taking in responsibility, you're taking in uncertainty. And
Hmm.
actually, what you should be doing is none of those things. So it
It
kind of
should be,
makes
yeah.
sense. I mean, well, in an ideal world, of course, we know that many people don't have an ideal childhood either. So,
Correct.
so it doesn't surprise me that obviously it started at such a young age. But it
Hmm.
got really bad, didn't it? To the point where you kind of couldn't do anything almost.
Yes, it, I think the tipping point was when the birth of my children. So, proud father of twins, were born in 2019.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. But soon after the birth of my children, my wife uh, came down with a health issue, and I think that was sort of the tipping point for me, where I didn't know how to deal with the emotions and the stress and the struggles and the anxiety that was going through that. So I kind of froze. Literally didn't want to do nothing. Wasn't happy about anything. I was just, but I had to be there for the family. So
Yeah.
it was a very difficult time.
I mean, it's difficult, but amazing. You kind of made the change, right? You decided
Yes.
that enough was enough.
Yeah, I decided to tackle head on.
So,
Once and for all, try and get it out of my system.
what was the first thing you tried to
I
do?
mean, to be fair, I've been trying to deal with anxiety since the beginning anyway. I mean,
Mm,
when I was younger, I took up martial arts. I was also living in a rough area. I grew up in a council estate in West London. Even though West London is considered to be posh, but I was not in the posh area.
Where there are highs, there are lows.
Yes, exactly. So I was there. I grew up in a very rough neighborhood, called South Acton. We had another name which was called Crackton, which was hilarious. And I took up martial arts to also be obviously self-defense, but also to release some of the stress that I had, and also to have a different way of life. Yeah, different sort of support system mechanism around me. So I did that, helped out. I mean, I was overweight then when I started martial arts. I was beginning to lose weight. It helped out quite a lot. And then studies came on top. And then unfortunately, my dad was getting ill again. So I was dealing with everything, and then I stopped martial arts, which didn't help. Then I went into bodybuilding, which helped, but then I stopped that. So I was inconsistent with that stuff. But one main thing was that I had to do some sort of sport. And when I reached that tipping point, I went back into martial arts and actually started up Thai boxing again, which did help, but didn't hit the spot at all. Then I was seeking counseling or some sort of therapy because I knew I needed help. I mean, first thing was to admit that I need help, because for a
That's
long time I didn't accept it personally, even though I was speaking to people like, it's all in your mind. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the people around me, they don't seem to understand. Just being aware of the fact that you need some sort of help is a big step. So I tried some counseling, specifically CBT, which really did nothing for me, unfortunately.
I have my views on CBT. It can be used in a great way, but it's not always used in the best way.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was not used in the best way with me. And then I came across a friend, actually, we met, and then she told me about this thing called QEC. And I was like, what the hell is QEC? It's a quantum energy coaching. And I was like, what the hell is that? Like, seriously, what is this kind of thing? Quantum energy coaching. And then we did that. It was more of coaching than therapy, to be fair, to tackle the roots of the problems. So we tried to do that, and we did that.
Brilliant. So the couple of things that you said that I really, really love and want to call out is, again, with anxiety, people just think, oh, you're a bit nervous, or just pull yourself together and get on with it. And of course, if you could, you would. But
Yeah.
I've had people with anxiety which manifest in such a way that they can't go up mountains because their anxiety takes over, their legs freeze, they have meltdowns, and because they have this massive fear of heights. Or people who get the really extreme cases, they won't leave their house because, and essentially that's all a form of anxiety. And it's really important, I think, to recognize that we can all get nervous about stuff or be anxious about a test result or anxious about paying a bill. But there's a difference between that and what you have had, which is far more paralyzing, both physically and mentally. And it's not as simple as going, pull yourself together. Because if it was, you'd have done that already.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've had one of them where I can remember a full-blown panic attack at around, this was during COVID. I was just sitting there watching a serial with a Netflix drama series. Can't remember the name. Around 12:30 at night, I believe. I was just sitting there. My heart just started pounding. I was like, whoa, what's going on? It was not stopping. I started getting cold sweats. I started panicking. My breath was hyperventilating, and I thought I was having a heart attack. Literally, I had every single emotion you can relate to a heart attack. Had to call the ambulance. Ambulance came. They had to do all the tests. My wife was scared. Everyone, family was just worried. They didn't know what was going on. I literally did not know what was going on. I was out of it. Then thankfully they did all the tests. The paramedics came. They said, look, no, your vital signs are fine, but you look very, very anxious. And I said, I can't stop that. Like, you need to relax. I was like,
that's
I
my
can't
face
stop.
expression.
Yeah, I can't stop that. Because you need to relax. I was like, I can't do it. Like, you're telling me to relax, but I can't. And then paramedics, you just need to calm down, breathe. I said, I am breathing. My mouth is dry. I'm drinking. Like, just relax. I said, I'm trying. And it went on, I think it went on for like an hour or so. But I think it only took, what, 15 to 20 minutes? And
But
then
it
I started
feels
to calm down after the paramedics left. But
right.
it feels, yeah, I think it felt like at least an hour or so, or more than that. I went through this experience and I thought, that's it, I'm going to hospital. Everything that you can remember. I mean, everything that you could think of was just going rushing through your head.
Mm.
Like, I'm going to hospital, I can't see my family, I can't see the kids, I can't see no, I can't see my parents. I was like, whoa. And I was just thinking, shit, what is happening? And I think that was the tipping point. After that, I decided, no, I need help. Yeah, that's one thing I can remember that really affected me in terms of anxiety. Another time was when I was just sitting at the dinner table with a group of friends and family. This was many years ago, and all of a sudden my heart just started pounding again. And I was like, "What's going on here? Why am I racing? I'm not thinking of nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting here having a meal." I was so anxious. I had to get up. I had to get up. I had to walk outside. I felt claustrophobic. I felt like
Mm.
the air was around me was decreasing rather than increasing. I had to get up. I had to walk outside. So I was walking up and down. And my cousin, I called him over. I said, "Look, something's wrong with me. I'm feeling like this." He goes, "Oh, you probably got some gas stuck in your stomach."
Dear.
So I was like, "I'm trying to get that out, but it's not going." And then, yeah, it must have gone on for about 5 minutes. But even that, I felt like it went on for an hour.
Mm.
Also, and everyone started getting worried. Like, why am I walking up and down? I just said I got digestion issues. So that's all I said. But I was having a panic attack there as well, or
And
anxiety attack. Yeah,
and do you find in those moments that you also have this secondary guilt, this secondary layer where you're like, people aren't going to understand. I've just got to keep myself together. But of course, that adds to the anxiety. Like, I can't keep myself together. I don't understand what's happening.
hundred
People
percent,
can't know.
100%. Totally agree with you.
What I love about your journey is the fact that you own this, you've acknowledged it, and you push yourself more and more. So
I've pushed myself a lot, and you've seen it.
I love
I,
it. It's amazing. But
yeah,
you could have just gone, okay, I can manage the anxiety, so I'm good. So why take it to the next level? So what people don't know that I know, obviously, we met on a speaking course, and you
correct.
were
Yeah,
there for your anxiety, kind of. And obviously, you want to speak more, you want to talk about your business, but
basically, yeah.
anxiety was a big part of it. What made you do that? Because people don't do that who don't have anxiety. So why push yourself further?
To overcome it, to not let it get the better of me, is the
Mm.
real honest answer. I'm not sure if I did mention this to you. I was due, or I was supposed to take this course around 2018,
Right.
and I just let it go. I let it go, and I didn't do it until we actually did it, which was early part of this
March.
year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
March.
March this year. Yeah.
So yeah, that's nearly a period of nearly 6 years or so that I was contemplating to do it, or I was scared to do it. So yeah, it did take a lot for me to get there. I knew I needed to do public speaking is something that I have to do. But just making sure it doesn't get the better of me. That
Hmm.
was the main thing.
And
Because
go on.
no, I was just gonna say because it's if you let something get the better of you, you're forever. You're basically not in control of your own sort of destiny. So you need to take your control back. I know it's gonna be hard, but you need to push along, go move forward.
No, that's brilliant. I love that. And what I say to a lot of my clients is the only thing you can control is yourself. You can't control how someone else reacts to you. You can't control the effect that even your words have on someone, but you can control
Yeah,
yourself and how you react to things. But it's having the courage to admit that, because we live in a society where people like to find a reason other than themselves for their problems.
correct. It's
And
always blaming someone else.
absolutely, but what you've done is gone, this is me. This is all on me, and I have made the choice. And I love the fact that even though the speaking course was that 6 years ago, you originally signed up for it, you've still done it. You've done it at a time when you're ready, but you could have just kept going. Nah, do you know what? I don't want to be outside of my comfort zone.
To be fair, during that time is when I had my children, my twins, and when I had the really bad anxiety as well.
Mm.
So I still kept at it. I knew it was something to do. Once my mind started getting clear of all those issues, and getting past the tipping point and trying to recover fully and trying to compose myself. I just had to keep going forward. There is no other option but to go forward. I mean, if you go back and then you're just going to live a life in regret. You just don't want to do that.
Brilliant. No, well done. Really well done. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you. You're welcome.
You're going forward now, AI consultancy.
So I help business owners implement AI in their businesses, if simple terms. Help them overcome their problems, try and help them change for their challenges into opportunities. That's what I do.
Brilliant. This is a different direction from you because you trained as an engineer in the past. So what made you think, AI? And again, it's pushing yourself further out your comfort zone once more.
So this is interesting. My first degree was in electronic engineering. So I actually studied AI as part of my degree.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Okay,
I did
didn't
a
know
module
that.
in it.
Yeah,
Not a lot of people do know that.
yeah.
So I actually studied AI back then, and what I studied is what I'm seeing fruition right now. So I'm
Yeah.
actually seeing it applied. Back then, I knew we were way too early. So now I've actually seen it and met some great people along the way. And I thought, look, I understand AI whenever we're speaking, when I'm in meetings, people are asking, they're discussing the issues, and I'm like, wait, there's something that can solve this. This bit of AI that can do it. It used to be a bit of software and it was all expensive. Now, as technology's progressed, I think AI can help virtually anyone.
Completely agree. I love it. For me, it gets me from 0 to 1. If I've got a blank screen,
Oh yeah,
I don't know how to start, I'll get the ideas from it, and that's such a time saver for me personally. But I also love from a system point of view, from a business point of view, putting those systems in place and you press a button and it flows through seamlessly. So I think it's a massive opportunity out there.
it will free you up to concentrate on things that you'd like to concentrate on.
Absolutely.
That's how I see it.
What would you say to the people who are like, AA is evil and AA is going to take over the world? How do you respond?
That was the same question I had. So I would reply very simply, AI has no needs.
Nice.
That will make them think. So if AI has no needs, why will it take over the world?
That's very, very deep and philosophical.
Oh, I can go very philosophical. I have many sides to me now.
Oh, I know. But I like that because it does make you stop and think. And
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's artificial intelligence, yes, but it has no needs. And the only time it would have needs is when a human gives it the direction.
Yeah.
Or the prompt.
So you don't see any Terminators in our future?
No, I mean, the film is embedded in our minds because of the film.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I think we're a long way from that actually happening. But if that does ever happen, I am very confident that we will have our own Terminators to fight those type of Terminators. So yeah, I'm very optimistic.
We can build one. And I think for me...
you'll be able to build one.
Well, I think the interesting for me with things like ChatGPT at the moment is actually, when you think about it, it doesn't create new things. It's taking an aggregate of all the data and giving you the most likely answer.
That's actually interesting. So you're saying it's not creating new things?
No, I think it's giving you it from an information point of view. I think it's giving you access to easier ways of finding information. But if you ask it a question, if you say to it, "How should I build my business?" From my point of view, it's getting all the data sets it's got, it's going through it all, going, "This is how one builds a business." But it hasn't yet gone to me, but this is how you build a business that will change the world. Like it hasn't told you how to build a brand new business. And I find with ChatGPT that I have to get very specific with it to think outside the box, for want of a better word, or else it'll give you generic answers. I have to say, correct, give me the unusual stuff, give me something else. But even then, I'm not convinced it's not giving me anything that hasn't come before, but from somebody else. It's just interpreted the data a lot faster than I could. Is that a fair assessment, or do you think I'm being unfair to the intelligence of the AI?
No, it's a very fair assessment. I would add this also to it. See what your opinion is or your thoughts. It has a large data set, correct? And so far, ChatGPT is a collection of high probability statistical answers or possibilities. So it's actually an algorithm, and it's going through all the data sets, and it will give you the most likely possible outcome. But that outcome is actually generated. So if the outcome is generated, it is actually something which is produced.
Yeah.
So that is based on the data set, but the actual outcome which is produced is actually new.
Okay.
Because it's in the context of what you give it.
So I guess you could argue then, maybe I'm being a bit unfair to AI, or to ChatGPT at least, in terms of
It's generative AI.
it is generating. So here's my argument. Try this one. It's generating new ideas from the data sets it has, but because it's taking a cumulative average of the information, it might be unique to the answer to that question, but I would still think that it's existed in some form prior to it being produced by the AI. Like, has it yet produced something that we've never actually? Do you know what it has? I've just answered my own question. It's found a new element. I think. Did AI find a new element?
I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, there we go. Some homework for you.
Great.
I've got a feed, or maybe it's like it envisions a new element. So maybe what it can do is take more information than we can amass and do that analysis and generate the next thing. But we've just got to ask it the right questions.
In the specific context of ChatGPT, because it's a generative AI application, the answer is statistically the most likely to be that answer. So it's based on so much data, right? So much mathematical equations. But yet, it produces a solution or an answer that it automatically thinks, statistically, based on this probability, this should be answered. And that's at any time that you're using it. Now, if you just think about it, that's just mind-blowing. That is just hugely mind-blowing. Like you're saying hello, right? It will then give you a different answer every time.
Yeah.
Because it's statistically guessing, wait, this could be a possibility. This could be a possibility. So it's therefore generating.
So therefore you could argue that it is unique. Interesting. The philosophy of AI. You can teach that. There we go.
That's another one. Right now, I'll just go ahead and just thinking about it.
It takes to be or not to be to a whole new level.
It is. I mean, it's a lot more than what people think or what they see in the mainstream media. AI is a lot.
What excites you the most about AI?
Honestly, the opportunity that it's going to give humans to free up their time and actually focus on being humans.
I love that.
Literally, that's what I'm happy about. Because I can see a clear path where, okay, if you want to work, do all the admin stuff, you don't have to do it anymore. Give it to an AI to do it. Focus on human connection. Go out, spend time with each other, have dinner, speak, laugh, talk, cry.
Build real connections. Fight if that's how you want to connect with people. Yeah.
In the sports context.
Okay. Glad we clarified that one. No, I love that, and actually, I mean, and again, you and I both know we've been crossed paths for a number of reasons, and on my AI journey, it's amazed how much quicker I can do stuff. And I'm not quite at it yet where I can put my feet up every day and do nothing.
Oh, you'll be there.
But I'm far more productive. And it's just, for me, it's making sure I keep the human touch. And I remember...
And that's what's important.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
Well, it was interesting. I saw Garry Kasparov, the chess player, many, many years ago. I say many, it's pre-COVID, but since I've been alive, clearly. And in the last 10 years, maybe? It's all blurred. He was talking about Deep Blue, the maths AI, the chess AI that IBM built, and how the first time it beat him, and he went back and then he beat it the second time. But back then, and this was when was it? I'm sure it was 2014, 2013, so 10 or so years ago. He was saying he saw a real opportunity for AI to help chess grandmasters to improve their game.
Oh, yeah.
But what he found, the ego of humans, the grandmasters wouldn't listen to the AI because they knew better. But when he adjusted the approach and looked at people who were mediocre, average, and combined the two of them, then you saw massive differences because they would listen and they would learn and they would reflect. And so I guess it's the lesson here really is, knowing what to believe, what to listen to, and how to use it to your best advantage. But recognizing that sometimes you might be doing everything you want to do. Like, I wouldn't use AI for therapy because it would be super weird. Maybe effective, but super weird. But I will use it for marketing, for strategy, for planning, for things that don't need the human touch in the same way. That makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah. And that's what it should be. I mean, that's how you should envisage AI to be. Do all the tasks where it would free your time up for you to concentrate on the things which need the human touch, but also things that you want to do yourself.
Yeah, things that you love.
Things that you love. That's it. That's how it should be.
And are there any tasks that you will never ever outsource to an AI because you love them so much?
I don't think it would ever be possible to outsource everything to an AI. There'll always be an element of human touch somewhere. So no, I don't think so. I don't think there would ever be something I could never. I don't. Yeah, I don't think I would ever be fully able to give it something to AI.
No, keep that human element in.
Oh, well, you need to at the end of the day. I mean, business. I mean, wherever we are, interactions, business, humans as a species, as nature, we're social animals. We like to be with people. We like to sit down with people, talk to people. We're not going to sit there and speak to computers all day long because we think it's fake.
Yeah.
We think it's not real because we've
Yeah.
seen so many bloody films of it, sci-fi films. So much in there. We know straight away it's fake. But now it's becoming a reality where it could be possible that humans sit there, speak on the computers, do everything from the computer, and have no clue what's going on in the real world. It is a sad, I mean, it's just a very scary reality, and it's unfortunately going to be sad that there will be a few people who take that path. It will be their choice, rightly or
Yeah.
wrongly, it will be their choice. But from my point of view, it should never let you take out the humans or the elements of being human. I mean,
I love.
that's what a lot of people are scared of, that AI will do that, but it depends how you use AI.
I think Hollywood has a lot to be blamed for as well.
Oh,
All the
100%.
films,
They have a lot of subliminal messages in their way. The films, yeah.
the AI is coming.
And
So,
we also, another point, we should also remind ourselves or actually understand that AI has been with us since from about 1950s onwards. So it's not really a new thing.
that's true. You're right. People forget that, and like all things, it's been on a journey of evolution.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just
Now it's
now it's
another
more.
evolved.
I think I had this conversation with someone else the other day. Is the things that children learn in schools now were taught at university when we were there, were taught at PhD level in our previous generations, and it's moving faster and faster. But as we have more access to information, more ways to learn, and better understanding, you are able to learn more and develop more and evolve more. And I guess the evolution of AI is just another example of it's gone from university elites all the way now down to, I'm sure there's some 6-year-olds who could probably do an awful lot with AI if you gave them the chance.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you're training your twins up ready for that opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, I would have to, yeah. Make sure they do it the right way, not the wrong way.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
funny actually. This is off topic, but it just reminded me. We had a friend of the family. His son was about six-ish, and this was many years ago. They used to call him Hacker. I was like, why are you calling him Hacker? Because I didn't know they used to call him Hacker as a nickname. And I said, why? Okay, because he hacks computers. Like, what do you mean he hacks computers? So for fun, what he used to do, he used to get a virtual drive on a computer and then hack the drive or the Windows system so it brings out the blue screen, and that would excite him. So for a hacker, when you get a blue screen, he just love doing it. He just types in a few codes, bang, clicks it, and he goes, "Haha, look what happened!" And that used to excite him. So straight away, that can happen with
Yeah,
AI.
yeah.
That can scarily happen. I mean, a 6-year-old can control a lot of things with that.
Oh man, I can only imagine. I mean, it's great. I think there's so much opportunity there. But like all things, it has to be done with responsibility and awareness of the bad side.
Comes
Because as
back down to
humans,
being human.
yeah, as humans, we can make good stuff bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Yeah,
and that's how it is. As humans, we tend to be on a scarcity mindset, I guess, or look at the negative side straight away rather than
yeah.
positive. But there's good and bad in both. Good and bad in both.
I think when it's things or even people, very few people are all good or all bad. You know, there are people who are probably more bad than others,
Yeah,
but they might be nice to dogs, but rubbish to other people.
100%.
The world isn't black and white; it is shades of grey.
Yeah,
It's just how we approach it.
yeah, and you can only control yourself at the end of the day. You can't really control others. So if you can
Absolutely,
control yourself and that helps others change, the bad people change their ways, then you can only be doing a good service.
brilliant. So I understand that you've now also joined the Alfie Best Wealth Network. What's that about, and who is Alfie Best? For those who don't know.
So yeah, I'm actually a founding member of Alfie Best Wealth Network. Alfie Best is one of Britain's billionaires. He's a self-made entrepreneur. He runs, I believe, the largest park home operator in the UK and the fifth largest in the entire region. He has a documentary on Amazon Prime, I believe, called The Gypsy Billionaire, which documents his journey and his struggles. He was born on the side of the road, and now he's a billionaire living in Monaco.
Amazing.
That's that's uh, that's a short version of it. So I took up an opportunity. So I was invited to one of the events through a mutual friend, and heard that he was launching this network. I thought, okay, what's this about? Is it going to be another one of those networks where you just join in, spend your money, and see if it actually can help or not? But then went to the live event and they launched this opportunity. They gave it as, no, you can become a founding member, and then I took it up, and basically it is a network of like-minded people wanting to change their lives, and it's also a mastermind, and it's also an area where you can learn real-time strategies of building wealth,
Amazing.
and that's what I've somehow managed to do. I still
What
can't believe it, to be fair. I'll be honest.
You're
It's
be hanging out with billionaires now. It's the way forward.
it's funny, like, I'm not even a millionaire yet, and I'm hanging out with billionaires. It's hilarious. Like,
Well,
I skipped the part.
but if that, I mean, firstly, if that's true, remember me. Thank you very much. The second part, there's a whole thing about who you surround yourself with, and particularly in business, you want to surround yourself with people who take action, who are positive, who go yes. And someone like Alfie, who's gone from nothing to billionaire status, that's a really powerful story in itself. That's a really powerful journey that he's had.
Inspiration, huge inspiration right there.
And you've already overcome so much as well with your anxiety, with sorting out your parents when you're younger, things like that. So where do you have a vision of where you hope this will take you?
Oh yes, it will definitely propel me to where I want to be, and probably beyond. So yeah, I'm excited for the future to see what it brings, because the ideology behind this, speaking with Alfie, speaking with the team, the network that he has, and the access that we have to his network, to his own people who he uses for not just property, for marketing, for branding, for anything, for PR. It's like you said, he's surrounding these people, and they will just push you to the way you want to go and further, because they really want to make a difference in your life, and they really want to change. If you really want to change, he will give you the tools for you to change your life. So if you want to do it, just go for it. So I think it's interesting where it's going, and definitely this is a moment which I could say in my life where it's just a pivotal moment. It'll, in the future, I can look back at it and say, yeah, this is one of those moments.
Amazing. Exciting. I'm really pleased for you. I look forward to seeing the journey as it continues.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, this journey, and it's the beginning. Like right now, we're the founding members at the moment. There's only, I believe, 23 of us, and we're working with Alfie to develop this network as it is and into what it should be. It's not just a place where you're networking and you're speaking to each other, but it's also a place where you can learn the real world strategies that you need to actually build wealth, and not just in monetary terms, health and fitness as well, mental, etc. But he has the ambition to be this sort of private network where it's the only place you need, and it's global. It's not going to be one of those networks where it's just going to be online. You only see them once in a while. You're going to have multiple opportunities to travel the world and to network with like-minded people, grow your contacts, and literally change your life.
Sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
so it sounds really promising. It sounds amazing. You
And
definitely need to join.
I will let you know. Is there a location for your next adventure with him or your next meetup?
So yeah, it was good. We had our first inaugural Best Wealth Network event, and then the second one is going to be in Monaco. So straight away we've gone abroad, international. I believe that's happening in October. Details are to follow. We are still early. I think hopefully in the next week or so we should know more. And then after that, we're going to have multiple events throughout the year.
And is there, if someone wanted to join, is there anything you look for in them to kind of fit that? Do you take everybody? I feel like you're going to take me, but apart from everybody else.
We still have to vet you. It's not as easy. It's by application only, and through the founding members, you can also actually arrange a discount for yourself as well, or for other members who want to join. But generally, we're looking for people who really want to make a difference in their life, really want to change. They really want to stop limiting themselves, have the correct mindset. Or if they want to change their mindset, there is the right place to join, and it will happen because there's like-minded people already there, and the people already in the network are from all over different backgrounds. They're different industries, different business owners, different backgrounds, and we're all there to help each other. So the main sort of condition would be, do you really want to change your life? And if that's a yes, are you serious about it? That's probably the main two, and then we'll take it from there.
Do you know, it's a good question because so many people go, I want to change my life. And so what are you going to do differently? Oh no, nothing.
Yes.
I want my life to change without me doing anything. Let me know how that works out for you.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of them. But then some of them, they do it because they don't have the tools and resources.
Yeah.
And, the Best Wealth Network is there to provide you with the tools, resources, and accountability in order for you to do that. So if you are serious about it and you really want to change your life, we'll show you how, we'll show you the way. We will be there on the journey because we are literally changing our lives together right now. And do you really want to do it? That's literally what it is.
Take action, love it. So
take action and do it.
You've got property, you've got AI consulting, and now you've got Alfie. The sky is the limit for you.
It's crazy. You think about it. I mean, from where I grew up on a council estate in South Acton to where I'm going now, I can't believe it.
But it goes to show that I think you said it already, the mindset. If you believe it, if you surround yourself with the right people or learn the right tools, and actually not everyone is going to want to jump into a mentorship like this straight away. But I think it comes back into the journey. You have to push yourself to the next level and then the next level. And at each level, there's a new challenge. There's a new villain from the computer game days.
100%.
But each level, actually, that villain is you. And it's your own mindset, beliefs, limiting beliefs that we all have. And what I love about your journey is that each step of the way, you've met that villain and gone, I can do this, and gone on to the next one. And it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It is an ongoing journey.
Yeah. 100%. I agree with you.
Finding the right people to get you there will help the marathon go more easily.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not really a one-step solution. No. You'd have to go through trial and error to find the certain people around you. You need to join the certain members or certain networks that you think is appropriate for you. And then you see maybe it's not for you. But then you get contacts from there, and then it just leads you on and on. I mean, when I first listened to Alfie, it was over a year ago now. And it was through a different network. And I never heard of it. I was like, wow, this guy's a billionaire. He's coming here to share his experience. I'm thinking, wow, that would be so amazing, so cool to just sit down and listen to him.
Hang out with him.
Yeah, just get his advice, literally. What can we do? And now I'm a part of his network. Also, we're founding members, so we work together and business partners to an extent. And I'm like, whoa, I can't believe this is actually happening. But like you said, if you believe it, you manifest it, you truly believe that, you are here to be better than where you are at that current stage, and you can foresee it, and you're taking the correct steps to go towards it. It will happen, and literally that's what's happening right now. And I'm excited to see where we're going from here now, because I've got my businesses, and hopefully they're going to expand, and then this network expanding, and we're going to grow at the same time. So that would just be amazing.
I'm so pleased.
Thank you. It'd be great.
See the future. If anyone wants to get in contact with you, where can they find you?
So yeah, I think we'll provide the links for you to get in contact with us, and they can get contact through me and through any one of the business links that we have. But specifically for the network link, I have a new link which I'll have to send over across to you,
Cool.
and then they can get in contact with me. But my email is there. I mean, my LinkedIn, I believe, is there as well as my Facebook. So yeah, get in contact, and I can help out anyway, and just any advice, anything. I mean, I've gone through the hardship. I've done it. I've been where certain people are in their life right now, thinking, yeah, this can't be true. But if you really want it to happen, it can happen. Like literally, like you said, sitting with a billionaire, talking to him was just mad. I never thought I could do that at this time. Where I just left my job a year ago. I quit and I just forget it.
Leap of faith.
Yeah, complete leap of faith. Yeah, but it's definitely going to be. It'll be another interesting chapter of my life.
I'm sure it will.
The book is coming along quite good.
When you write it, we'll get you back onto him to promote it. It's on the list. Everything's on the list.
Definitely on the list. Yeah, that would be great. And I'm also happy for yourself with your podcast and with your journey and what you're doing. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's amazing. I really wanted to do a podcast. So it's right.
Well,
I want to do a podcast, but I don't think I'll have time to do it.
I don't think you'll have our time either. We'll just have to do the podcast tours instead and just go on everyone else's podcast.
Yes, basically. I think that's what we'll do.
Brilliant.
Well, it's great. Yeah, well done.
Thank you ever so much for your time today. Look forward to seeing you progress more. And again, everyone, check out the links below for how you get in contact with Shaf.
Thanks. Thank you. Take care, guys.